The playground was supposed to be just another quiet afternoon, an attempt by a busy CEO to give her daughter a few minutes of normal childhood. Meetings, therapists, specialists, and silence had defined their lives for years. Her daughter had never spoken a single word, no matter how much love or effort surrounded her. The doctors called it rare. The world called it tragic. The mother called it her deepest fear. As her daughter sat alone on the swing, watching other children laugh and shout, the CEO stood nearby pretending not to ache. That's when a single father arrived with his young son. There was nothing extraordinary about him. No confidence, no authority, no awareness of who the woman nearby really was. Just a tired dad with a gentle smile. His son ran toward the swing and stopped in front of the silent girl. Instead of asking questions or pushing her to respond, he simply smiled and said, "Do you want to swing higher?" Then he waited. Seconds passed. Then more. The CEO's heart tightened. She was used to disappointment. But something was different. The man didn't rush. He didn't correct his son or apologize for the silence. He treated the girl as if her answer mattered, and then, barely louder than the wind, the impossible happened. Yes. The word was soft, fragile, real. Time froze. The CEO felt her knees weaken as tears blurred her vision. For the first time, her daughter wasn't trapped behind silence. She had stepped into the world on her own terms, not because of pressure, therapy, or fear, but because of kindness, patience, and feeling safe. For most of her life, the CEO believed in solutions. If there was a problem, she threw resources at it: top specialists, private clinics, cutting-edge therapies, and experts flown in from around the world. Power had always worked for her. Success had always answered when she demanded it. But her daughter's silence was the one thing money could never fix. Standing in the playground, dressed in quiet luxury, she realized how small her status truly was. No one recognized her. No one cared about her title. And for the first time, that felt like a relief. Here, she wasn't a leader, a decision-maker, or a woman in control. She was simply a mother, hoping. The single father didn't know her background. He didn't speak carefully or cautiously because of who she was. He spoke gently because that was who he was. His patience wasn't trained. His kindness wasn't calculated. It was natural, human, and unfiltered. And somehow, that was exactly what her daughter needed. The CEO felt a quiet ache settle in her chest as the truth became impossible to ignore. Her daughter didn't need more pressure to perform, or more people trying to fix her. She needed space to feel safe, to be seen, to be treated like her voice mattered, even before it existed. In all her boardrooms and negotiations, the CEO had learned to dominate conversations. Yet here, in this simple park, she learned the power of listening, of waiting, of allowing silence without fear. That day reshaped her understanding of success. Real power wasn't control, it wasn't influence, it was the ability to create trust, something no title could buy. And in that moment, she understood that the breakthrough her daughter found didn't come from privilege, but from pure human connection. What began as an ordinary afternoon at a neighborhood playground quietly transformed into a moment that would reshape two families forever. Neither of them arrived expecting anything more than a brief escape from routine, a CEO seeking silence from a demanding world, and a single father hoping to give his son a simple moment of joy. Fate had other plans. After the girl spoke her first word, the air between them shifted. The laughter of children, the creak of swings, even the noise of the city seemed to fade. The CEO struggled to steady herself, overwhelmed by a miracle she had spent years believing might never come. The single father, unaware of the weight of what had just happened, sensed that something important had occurred and chose not to break the moment. They talked. Slowly, honestly. Not as powerful and powerless, but as two parents carrying invisible burdens. The father shared how raising a child alone had taught him patience and presence. The CEO, her guard finally lowered, spoke of sleepless nights and silent prayers. For the first time, she didn't feel the need to be strong. In the days that followed, their paths crossed again. The children grew comfortable together, and words came more easily to the girl. First a few, then more. Hope, once fragile, began to feel real. For the father, the encounter restored his belief that kindness still mattered in a world that often overlooked people like him. For the CEO, it redefined success itself. That single meeting reminded them both that miracles don't always arrive with thunder or applause. Sometimes they appear quietly, on a worn playground, between strangers, through a simple act of patience. And when they do, they don't just change a moment. They change lives.